right now I have to love math because it's now introduced to me in a way where I need it. Like we use money every single day, and you so I you it's something that you have to understand, like investments and all of that, how your taxes are being paid. So what you call it? It's I've been struggling a lot. It's like I can't, especially now that I have like this big following. It's becoming an addiction. Like my phone is becoming an addiction. So it's like I can't stay off. It's like I'm constantly, but I am doing something like so if I know that I'm gonna be stuck on my phone, then I have to post content. At least do something while I'm on it. So but it's still a bad thing because I can't find the separation between being a social media influencer and being a financial advisor. I can't find the separation. So it has been a struggle because there's a whole lot I have to learn being a financial advisor. You know, I have to learn a whole lot of it's a whole new system for me. So but like I mentioned earlier, it's just a lot that's happening. Like I wake up in the morning and I'm excited and I don't know what the first thing to do is, if that makes sense. So that's just kind of where I'm at right now. But you know, I'm like I mentioned earlier, I'm learning. This is all new for me. So
Yeah.
yeah, I learn every single
No,
day.
I totally understand that. And one thing I relate with, because I have other people around me who are living that, is the conflict of having two very different profiles of jobs. Social media influencer and the type of social media influencer you are. Very outspoken, very bold, it doesn't match clearly with being a financial advisor uh, at the first glance, idea. So it's not an immediate match in our minds. And I think it's very interesting and fascinating that because it brings a disruption to the market. Then you can have a niche of doing things differently and shocking
Yes,
people. So let me show you one thing I have in my wall here, because I have this. I don't know if you can see. I have this here in the back. Where is it? So this
I
one
see it.
starts with Y. So this is something I'm very much into strategy, and I'm educating myself a lot and learning a lot on how to become more strategic and how to use strategy to make money, but also to be more efficient and finding a purpose and doing what I love and by doing that making money. And one thing I would definitely recommend you is really try to, if you allow me, it's an advice and you didn't ask,
Yeah, please.
but
I would love that.
I'm going to share it. No, it's really try to find that your core thing, your core passion, what really drives you, really deep down, you know, and with that or based on that, you can build the other businesses you have to manifestate that and to really make that into a living concept. So what I see now in people like you who are very creative is the temptation of doing all different things. It's the art, is the dancing, is the singing, is the money, is the exploring social media, is now being a brand ambassador. So a lot of different opportunities are coming. And your next challenge is finding a way to connect them in a way that makes sense. And you can do 10 different things, but all sending the same message, all sending and sharing the same values and the same principles. It's really aligning things and putting them into a purpose and a why. So it's really about finding your why and then finding ways to express your why. So I do believe in doing a lot of things, but I'm a true believer in doing different things, but all aligned with the purpose, with the mission, and with the goal. And it makes things much more clearer and and efficient, managing time, managing expectations, and having a clear path of what you want to do and where you want to go.
That's actually very amazing. That sounds really good because like I felt like it's something that I have to do. I mean, it's something I had to do. And I love that you mentioned that I have to like find the connection in what I do because you're definitely right. So for TikTok, I can't really post anything about my business on TikTok because I'm on TikTok. It's just I'm focused on one specific niche. So the thing with TikTok is if I post if I were to go ahead and post something about my business on TikTok, they're not going to push it out because they're not familiar because that's not my niche, right? And that's why I only post stuff about my business on Instagram because Instagram kinds of like, it's a free, like ev- everyone can see it, like, but for TikTok, it's a hit or miss. Like, uh, only when I post stuff that's related to my specific niche, which is about self love and, just loving yourself, they'll push it out. And which makes a lot of sense because I don't know if you heard of Gary Vee, but he's a multimillionaire, but he said something that's really stuck to me. He said that you do the things that you love the most and money will follow, and that's just like stuck to me, so it's like, that's just been something that stuck to me. And when you said that you have to find the connection with everything that you do and everything will flow, that makes so much sense right now. And like, they say that all things happen for a reason. So it's not a coincidence that you came across my video because, like, I needed this advice to do. You know what I mean? So thank you for that. That's very amazing.
No, I'm also learning this. I'm also improving myself. I'm also trying to become better in what I do. And this is my wall of knowledge and inspirations. So I always have some very useful tips there. Another thing I would also like to share with you is a quote I recently learned, and I also have it in my wall, is that if you want to make money, we are taught to in school and in families that we study and educate ourselves, and then we find a job and we make money, and then we retire, and then it's life after that, right? So we are taught that money comes from work, from as the harder you work, the more money you'll get paid. But actually, in real life, people who are the most richest people in the world, their mindset and their approach was radically different. So the way to make money is to solve problems. It's really that simple in a way. So what you should do, and I think if you look at your example and the feedback you have from people is that, oh my God, you changed my life. Oh my God, you gave me trust. You gave me confidence to accept myself and to embrace who I am. So you are helping people solving their problems, their insecurities, their issues. So that's your medicine, your solution. It's what you offer and what you actually bring to the table. So what you should do is really, in my opinion, is dig into that space. So I can help you finding self-love, confidence, building and fighting for your dreams. But I can do that in different ways. I can do it from a money perspective. I can do it from an inner love perspective. But once again, the most important thing is that DNA is very aligned. Is I'm all about building you. I'm all about solving your issues and building you to go and conquer the world. But really, this sentence is very powerful. If you want to make money, solve people's problems. And if you start looking at the world from that perspective, it really changes the entire game in a way.
I love that. I love that very much. I'm so happy
Yeah.
that I had this interview because I really needed to hear that, to be honest. So
No,
that's
I'm really
amazing.
happy.